This season, we're really gonna step it up. That's why I started, is to show you guys like, I'm not playing now. I wanted to give an insight into my training, an insight into me. Who's Tevin? What do I do? Why do I do it for? I want to show people, the greatness, all the things that go into all the wins, what happens when I lose, how I feel, and just more of an insight, because obviously everyone sees the wins, but they don't see the graph, they don't see the hard work, the blood, the sweat, the tears for years. They don't see any of that. So I wanted to give people an insight and get people into it as well, encourage people to start boxing, because I feel like it's a good skill to have. The reason I started boxing. So it was never that I was a road man, that I was gonna go into a bad route, to be honest, or like I was getting bullied, none of that. But I've always liked sports, always liked sports. And the last sport I tried was football. And I remember I was trying so hard to be good at football. Like I was trying hard because my friends used to all play for a good football team. And I feel like they were always like way better than me because they had a passion for it. And in the end, I realized no matter how hard I train, if I don't like this, I'm never gonna be as good as I wanted to be. And I remember I just felt like I was just rubbish because I had no passion for it. So I said, let me start again. Let me choose maybe an individual sport where I'll be taking account for everything and just start again and become good at something. So obviously I started boxing and like since then, never looked back. When I say never, I mean never. Boxing, I love boxing. The tenacity of it, the one-to-one aggression, the energy, the adrenaline it gives me. I feel like there's no sport like boxing when there's two guys in the ring trying to prove a point, putting everything on the line, their gloves on, face to face, their egos, their experience, their passion, their reason for fighting. I just love it. The energy it gives me, like no party, no other sport, no other achievement, nothing can compare to it. And I love it and I'll never stop. I want to prove to myself that I can do everything I set out to do. So far, I've had a few achievements, quite a few. I've done good, I've done decent, but I'm going to lock in fully now and get all the way. Obviously, eventually, I do want to turn professional in maybe, say, a year from now, a few more fights, and win some titles. And I want to help change people's lives around me. I want to help the people around me, help the people that helped me come up. Because I feel like when you get to a position where you can help people, you should also help people, like each one teach one, and bring everyone up. And yeah, I want to make my people proud. I want to show people that I can do it and that they can do it too. People that are similar to me, from similar backgrounds, that maybe look like me or just have similar upbringings to me, that there's more to life. Like, you can chase your dreams. You don't have to work a 9-to-5 job. You can, but you can also get to where you want to be by chasing your dreams. So I've had 30 fights, 25 out of 31. I won a few titles, London title, I've won the King of the Ring, I've won Capital Cup. I fought internationally, I fought in Germany, Sweden, Jersey. And yeah, so far decent, but this season we're really gonna step it up. That's why I started, is to show you guys like, I'm not playing now. There's no more games, I'm fully locked in. I quit my full-time job as a plumbing and heating engineer just to make sure this season I really lock in and just get down to business. People should learn to box because I feel like boxing is a good skill, because it's just good to know how to defend yourself in any situation. You may never need to use it, but at the same time, there might be a time where it comes in handy. I think it's good for confidence. You meet different people from different avenues. You can meet a police officer. You can meet someone that's had a bad past but changed their life. You can meet everyone. And I feel like it's also a good way of learning discipline, especially for males, young guys. It can turn a young man into a real man or a kid into a man. So yeah. To be the best, it's more than just being good. It's more than being skilled. It means you've got to be disciplined, you've got to be consistent, you've got to be hungry, you've got to be driven. You can't let anything get in your way. Even when you're feeling demotivated, you just got to push through. Remember the reason you started. So really, it just takes a lot of tenacity, a lot of will and vision, good people around you, and yeah, just general consistency. I've got a few inspirations. I know a few boxers that live in my area and I've seen them do well for themselves, like maybe Chris Congo, Denzel Bentley, Isaac Chamberlain, and also people like maybe my grandparents are very hardworking. My granddad used to own a pub, has a few businesses in Jamaica. My grandma used to work 3 jobs in the same day, morning, evening, night, and graft. And even though they weren't the best paying jobs, she would make sure she could pay the bills, feed the children, and eventually, like she has now, build her house in Jamaica. So I feel like if they can do it with a lot of hard work, and maybe even doing jobs that they didn't want to do, if I can find my passion, which I have, boxing, I can definitely do it. And that's why I really want to do it. So let me take it back to my first London tournament. Yeah, I was undefeated. I think I was 6 or 7-0. I went in cocky, excited. I said, listen, anyone I come against, they're getting smoked. And at that time as well, recently, like 2 months before the tournament, a guy joined my gym, Aziz. I hope you're watching this too. Obviously, I got love for you now, but I didn't used to like you back then. He joined, he was an aggressive guy, same weight as me. He came from a heavier weight, like maybe around 95, because he used to push weight, so he was quite physically strong, quite shorter. We used to always spar, and it was like, he'd have the aggression, but sometimes I'd outbox him, so I was still confident that I would do him. But when it got to the tournament, and I was losing the rounds, because I had never lost like really any rounds before, my heart was slowly breaking, and I remember the car journey home after I lost my first London tournament. After I dreamed of being London champ, I cried in that car journey home, I'm not even gonna lie. I cried my eyes out like a little baby. And yeah, that was one of my first difficult moments in boxing, because before that, it was all sweet. And yeah, dealing with a few losses like that was hard. But I feel like after you deal with your losses, you learn more from your losses than your wins, so I could overcome that. And obviously sometimes the discipline, obviously having friends that may be going out to parties and other things, having fun, drinking, or not even just drinking, traveling, doing crazy things, but you can't do it because you know where you want to get. That's quite difficult too. Avoiding all the drama, all the girls, all of the drama like that, yeah. And yeah, that's it really. Goals this season, so last season was a busy season for me, but I think I took my most losses, which was okay, but I learned a lot. This season, I want to stay locked in, very consistent. I want to have hard fights only. I don't want no easy fights, no warm-up fights. I want to win every tournament I enter as well. Now that I've got more time in my hands, I have no excuses, no reasons not to. And yeah, I want to end it strong. And I want to get my name out there more. I want to be more active on social media, bring my social media presence out, and really just get a role on my career so I can transfer over to the pro smoothly. But that's my goals for this season. My faith as a Christian plays a big role in my career and in my general life. Just having the trust that God will get me through things, that I'm not alone, that I can just ask Him about things and He can help me. And it just gives me that extra bit of hope. Because sometimes when you're getting close, you feel like giving up. But that extra bit of like faith and belief just pushes you through each time. And obviously I feel like God gives these toughest battles to His toughest soldiers, and you know, battles, they make you stronger. And without God, to be honest, I'm nothing. There's been so many times where I've been down, like, been speaking to people and it's not helping me, but then I've just maybe prayed, and then days after I felt relieved, seen a bit of progress, or got things that I didn't think I was gonna get, and it just played out into the bigger picture. But yeah, Christianity is a big thing to me, and I won't let it go for anything. Try to put God first in everything I do. So in terms of my boxing routine, my training regimen, so I would say most days I train about twice a day, Monday to Friday twice a day, and then Saturday will be maybe like an easy session, like a active recovery, maybe a swim or a slow jog, maybe a slow spin class or yoga, flexibility and recovery. Throughout the week I mix my sessions into, so like I have days that I do explosive work, which means explosive movements, training my fast muscle twitch fibers. I've got days where I do sparring, obviously. I've got days where I do bag work, and I've got days where I just do cardio. I try to stretch a lot because obviously recovery is just key. Sundays I go to church, so I rest, I stretch again, drink a lot of water, eat the right stuff, and just recover. But yeah, in general, about twice a day most days. I run in the morning before work. Obviously I was working full time, so I'd wake up at like 5 in the morning, do my hill sprints, get back, shower, get to work. Straight after work, maybe I finish work at like 5, ain't got time to rest, so I'd eat something on the way maybe, drink some water, straight to training from like 7 all the way to like 9:30ish, 10, back home to sleep, and then the same thing the next day really. So yeah.